Recording. Okay, okay. Hello, 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 Lynn. Thank
Good
you for
morning.
joining me on the spiritual awakening journey. As I promised the audience, more guests will be coming in, joining me and sharing their own personal experience in this awakening journey. Now, before we begin, let me introduce you to how I met Lynn in the previous videos. If you have watched them, and I advise you to watch them one after the other because they go progressively like lessons. I met Lynn in 2020. This is the year when our navel chakra got activated. Also, yes, and we started meeting people from all over the planet, our soul tribe. And this is how I met Lynn. And since then, we have been supporting one another on our awakening journey, right?
We have
Yeah.
just started talking, and when we started talking, it was like we always knew each other, and
Yeah. It's like we
very
felt we knew each
natural.
other. Yeah, forever. It's like we felt it's family. And the star seeds, also, I mentioned it before. Please watch the previous videos. If someone tells you they are only a little few, no. Most of the humanities are star seeds, only the elite are not. So it's time to wake up, my friends, and join the greatest, the most major event happening now on Earth. Now, before we begin, we decided, Lynn and I, to do a little prayer, sort of prayer, because we are doing this for our love for Earth, for our love for humanity, and in support to whatever is going to happen, to whatever to whatever event, to anchor as much peace and love out there. So, but it's not us, the ego, doing it. We need to explain that it is our higher selves, and we are guided by our angels and a family of light. Okay, so a little intention and prayer with Lynn. I, Nadine, and Lynn call the guardian angelic support to be with us in this transmission. We promise to be simple conduits for the light and the love that our family of light and guides that divine source has for all of us and for humanity. May you, divine source, sweet angels, our guides and beings of light, assist us in every word we say. May you speak through us. May we, may you guide us to share those experiences necessary for the people who will listen, who are in need of these videos, who come across them, to assist humanity, awaken, to assist humanity, heal, and reconnect with our divine source. We are doing this for the love of earth, for the love of all the animal nature kingdom, and for the love of humanity.
Yes,
And so it is.
so it
All right. Okay,
is.
so let's begin, Lynn. The journey of awakening. So we come to this life in a family and we think this is it. And then we're doing like everybody else. And we go through some hard trials. And then we start questioning. It's like, is that all there is? So
And
walk us through.
yeah, this can't be what it all is. Just get
Yeah.
up, go to work, go to
Yeah.
bed.
Yeah.
It
Walk
was
us
very
through.
empty.
Yeah, walk us through the journey of Lynn so that people know it's not just me. It is thousands, millions of people going through the same feelings and emotions. Walk us through your journey. How did you first start feel things? Or maybe you felt things and then you fell into the matrix and then you awakened and you fell back again. It's up to you. The microphone is yours. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, you start to wake up a little bit and then you fall backwards back in because it's a lot of layers of
L-
depth to realize.
l- And they
It's,
become part of us. Can we begin with you as a young person? What were the first events that made you question things? So, was your life easy as a young or as a teenager girl?
no, it was
Mm,
very, very hard. Very hard.
exactly, exactly. And this is what I want to share with all the audience. It was hard for all of us. Okay?
Yes. And you grow up, and if your parents are abusive, but they use the word love, they will beat you up physically, verbally, emotionally, and say, I love you, then
Mm,
you don't really know what love is.
mm-hmm.
Or I didn't really know what love is. Grew up with this feeling that love is doesn't really exist. It's kind of on the outside of things, but still craving it and wanting it and not knowing how to get it. So keep
And
making mistakes looking for it.
yeah, and that's not just you, that's the story of all of us wanting that love. Okay, and we'll continue about the love. Okay, until you start looking for it outside.
And it's not outside.
It's not outside.
It took me a long time, almost 50 years, to
Mm.
realize it's inside.
It is inside. Yes, yes, absolutely. The love that we are looking for. I mean, even if you had the greatest, most loving parents, also we were lacking something. I mentioned that in previous videos. It's inside. So, what is inside? The love that we find inside, what is it? Some people we might think we are narcissistic. Is it self-love in a narcissistic way, or what is it? What is this self-love that we find finally?
Oh, that was the hardest thing to find, and the most beautiful thing that I found is self-love, is knowing that I was created for a reason, that there's purpose to life. Um, Not just knowing it, realizing how to feel it, how to integrate that feeling into your being. It takes a lot of retraining how you think, turning the monkeys that jump in your mind off, just breathing and being. And it's actually simple, but it was really hard to get there.
It is too hard. I mean, it may sound
Very hard to get
easy, but
there.
it takes years and years and years. And we discover that this love within is actually divine love.
Hmm.
We are loved beyond measure for just being us, and that's it. We are
I
loved beyond
know.
measures. I mean, Jesus told us, I mean, you look for credits from people here or there, and you will never find it. You will only find it from source. And
Yeah,
how many years and years it took us to realize that. And once you find it, you don't want to let go of it and you want to share it with everybody. You want to tell them the good news. Guys, we found it. We found it.
it's still fleet sometimes, and you still
Yeah.
have to pull
Yeah.
yourself back there because life is
Hard.
still life.
Of course, we are still clearing. We are still. The other day, Lynn, I had to clear. I don't know. I shared with you, I think, privately about the job that I had to say no to, the matrix job.
Uh-huh.
And I thought of something. It's like, oh my God, all my life, I was using my survival instinct. Okay, I'm a lecturer at university. Logically, I must go and do that to survive. But then it became part of me, part of my identity, part of Nadine's identity. Imagine your finger and you're going to have to let go of that finger. It's like, oh my God, I was acting from survival instinct. It is
Hmm.
so part of us. It has become such a big part of us that we don't even see it. And that's why it takes so many, many years.
Yes, survival mode for a long time.
Yeah,
Then
thousands of
when you're living
years.
in survival mode, then you're in fight or flight because you got the two nervous systems, rest and
Mm,
digest, fight or
mm,
flight.
mm. Now, if I may ask you, Lynn, so before you got into that, it's all within, could you share with us some stories, events from your lives that made you go with them? Like some event happened. Sometimes it's a smash on the head. It's a crisis in life, something not working. You know,
Yeah, it's a
you go through
smash
the
in the head.
shadows. Could you give us an experience, life experience, without going through the details of some event that so that people can relate, that help you put a
Gives
question mark?
um there was a lot of betrayals and backstabbings and people I had to depend on and I
Mm.
thought were friends and stuff.
And
They turn around and
how
rip
did
everything
that?
away from you and you're left with nothing. So
Uh-huh.
then you have to look around and say, okay, everything's gone, but I know that there's something more to this life than just constantly being knocked down and getting back up. Something's better has to be here, and a lot of crying and
This is
releasing and you slowly start to realize as you cry out the old things and breathe in the new things that there is more to life, that there's deeper connections. For a long time after all my betrayals, I was like, never going to have another friend again, never going to have anything to do with people again. And I was left more empty. So it's like, okay,
Mhm.
that's not the answer. There's got to be another answer.
Mm, mm, mm.
And then, kind of hard to describe because it just takes a while of sitting and reanalyzing and realizing about life. Like,
This is what you just described is the dark night of the soul.
mm-hmm,
For us to awaken, actually, we have to go through hard trials. We have to, I mean, be stripped out of everything so that we realize that those things were not the true source of joy, the true source of who we truly are. We have forgotten our origins. We have forgotten that we have divine spark in us. We learn to rely on, as you said, things or people outside. And the hardest truth about awakening, it cannot be done in another way unless we are smashed on the head, like that series of betrayal, things stripped out of everything, because we are born into a system, a life, a matrix that tells us that this is how things are. And we believe it, it becomes part of us, like a finger, like a hand. And there is no way for us to see that, no, this is not how things are, unless we go through the dark night of the soul. And when you talked about the questioning and is it the real thing? Is that really what I'm supposed to have in life, or all that, and which could take years, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah. This is the shadow work. This is letting go old beliefs that we thought were the source of our joy, of our well-beingness, and all that. And
A
then,
purpose.
yes,
Used to
purpose
think the
of
purpose
life,
was
purpose, feeling that we are worthy, actually. In short, we just need to be loved. We just need to feel that we are good enough. And regardless of who we are or what we do in life, we all have some gifts. I mean, we can't be without any gifts. Therefore,
yeah.
we must have something, right?
Yes, took me a long time to figure out to just being was good enough. I didn't have to chase. I don't have to do things for I used to always do things for people because if I did this, then this would be okay. If I did this for this person, I had to do things and give things, and I just have to be.
Yeah. We did a lot of effort to try to either please our family so that they love us and so that we'd be enough for them, for our friends, for our space of work, colleagues, and everybody, so that we'd be enough. And we were, if you think about it, we will never be enough for them. I mean, unless they have done the clearing work, the shadow work, reconnected with their true source, divine source, so that they give this unconditional love again. And
Yes, because it was not reciprocated, and then you're in a situation where you're always doing to please, and then they expect more, so you have to do more, but you're not getting anything in return, and you're left empty all the time.
yeah, you are drained. You are absolutely drained.
Mhm.
So that was, if you want, oh, I see lots of pigeons coming to my balcony. I left some food for them. There are 5 outside. Yeah, it's a blessing. It's a blessing
Yes.
from heaven. So at first, we start questioning. I mean, lots of shitty events, let's say, happen. They hurt a lot.
Shitty
They hurt a
events.
lot.
Yeah,
For us to question,
yeah.
okay, what's wrong? There's something wrong. I was doing everything supposedly as society told me, and but there's something wrong. And we go in quest for the truth. I mean, why we're here, what's all that? And when we go within, we reach that space within, but we also have to go through clearing those pains that we received from people. We cannot keep them inside. So this is a long journey. First, I have to realize that
Mhm.
what is this? This is wrong. I'm taking my energy from the wrong place. I need to go within. And then I need to clear all these pains that are within me. And when I do this journey of healing, of awakening, there has to be healing. People get scared of the term healing. They think they are sick or something. They don't understand that if there is, let's say, anger between you and me that is not resolved, it causes blocked energy within us. There is no more space. So when we do all that, we have more space. And when we have more space within, what happens, Lynn?
It frees you up. So when you begin it, so all these things that hurt you that you didn't deal with and you stuffed aside to deal with it later, and you don't want to deal with it later because it hurts, and you do have to deal with it. You have to release the tears that cause the pain. It hurts when the tears come out, but it doesn't hurt in the same way as when the event happened.
Yeah,
So when you, yeah, but emotions are energy in motion, and when you trap them in, it's a source of disease because you trapped it all inside and you have to let it out.
yeah, yeah. And you drown further and further if you stay there and in this pain and so on. And you would often, and once you realize this and you step into this journey, and it happened to all of us, when we step into this journey of questioning there's something wrong, and you go within, and when you start healing those emotions, the universe, God will send you help from
Hmm.
here and there and there, and
Like
they'll
how we
assist us.
met.
And that's how we met, and that's how we met other people, and so on. They come, the right people come at the right time. So now, Lynn, once we embarked on this journey of awareness, now that we know, what events could you share with us that started to get us out of, if you want, the indoctrination we have been with, because we started learning new things.
What got out of the indoctrination, it was a level of uncomfort. I wasn't
Mm,
comfortable with life anymore. It wasn't satisfying, it wasn't fulfilling, it was draining and empty, and it was hard to be here.
Mm.
But I knew that it wasn't supposed to be hard to be here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
That
if you look
inner.
at nature and the trees and the birds, they're all in sync, and we're supposed to be in sync
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Absolutely. So what's wrong? So you went to see what's wrong. And how did you start getting your answers to things? How do you get your answers?
I get answers. Well, the meditation, a lot of people are like, oh, I can't meditate because they think they just have to sit stiff like this and
Mm,
um, but
yeah.
meditation is also just sitting outside,
Yeah. Having your
staring
coffee
at
out
looking
and
at the sky and
yeah. 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 It could be as easy
breathing.
as
The
that.
mind empties and then answers they come.
Mm,
Sometimes writing, just
mm,
start writing because in the process of writing, you're pulling it out of your head through your hand onto the paper and you're
mm.
letting it go that way.
But the key to it is to ask from the heart. If I'm sitting outside, and I took
Mhm.
lots of meditation courses, how you still your mind and so on, but I don't really need them. I just sit, have my coffee, look at the sky, the tree, and it's enough for me now. It's asking from the heart when the universe sees that you are starting to question, you are starting to see there's something wrong in here, and you want to heal yourself, you want to get out of there, the universe will send you help. So ask and you shall receive. That's what Jesus said. Ask from the heart. So, what do you need me to see? What is happening? And you start getting answers, but it will take time. It will take time to put the pieces of the puzzle one after the other,
Because
isn't it?
sometimes the answer comes the next day or it comes through an article you see even maybe a week later. But I do know that the show me prayer always gets answered.
Yeah,
Show me,
yeah,
guide
sure.
me, show me, help me.
Yeah, guide me, show me the way, show me the way. That's what I always say. As Lynn said, it could be via a sentence in a song. It could be via synchronistic numbers that you keep seeing, like 222, 333, something, or someone appearing suddenly, okay, in your life where you least expected it. A video, why did that video come? Why did I
Right?
meet that person? And this is how our guides and the universe talks to us.
Yeah.
And we
We don't
start
just
learning and we start putting the pieces of the puzzle one after the other. Now, however, when we started putting the pieces of the puzzle together to discover what truly who we are and our purpose, what we're supposed to be here, was it like what we were told in the Matrix?
no.
Not at all. Nothing, nothing. So, what we are trying to say here, guys, to you is that, and I spoke about cognitive dissonance in my previous videos. Please listen to them all, one after the other, so that you really connect with what we're saying. So, once we discover that this first concept that we thought was true from our matrix, environment, indoctrination, we are faced with another reality that is opposing, and here the conflict within is like whoa. And we do the cognitive dissonance, as Lynn said. She was like confused and surprised, and what, this feeling of, and you have to go through this every time you remove a concept that was in you for a long time and that was wrong. Removing it and replacing it with new concepts will take time.
Mhm.
There is an inner fight within. But I mean, why would we choose the new? Why not stick to the old?
'Cause it wasn't working.
It wasn't working. Exactly. It simply wasn't working. And
Wasn't working.
it simply made us miserable.
Yes.
Bless you. It simply made us miserable, and it simply was not enough. Hello there.
Yeah.
Does she want to say anything to us? The love, the love, love. This is what we are all looking for. Love,
Love.
love, love. Hello, hello. So, any words of wisdom she has? Can you ask her something? But she wants to play. In a
All
few
about play.
in a
Her
few
words of
minutes.
wisdom is don't forget to play.
It's all about
She's got
play.
toys here.
Yes, 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 yes.
Right here. There you go.
So,
I gave
guys,
her a pile of toys.
yeah, if you want, give her the toys. So, we are
Yeah.
born in a society where we have to be successful, look gorgeous, this
Sorry.
and that, no problem. And then when we connect and start awakening and going within and questioning life, is this how it is supposed to be? What is our guide if this information is right, or that one, the one from the matrix, indoctrination, or the new things we're exposed to? Because guys, when the journey of awakening begins, you will be exposed to pretty weird stuff, like quantum physics, multi-dimension. It's gonna blow up your mind. It's gonna drive you
Fractal
nuts.
entanglement.
Yes, yes, yes. Energy entanglement, and you're gonna start hearing things that you're gonna feel. Am I crazy? Are these people talking about this crazy? The guide, the real guidance, is the heart, the gut feeling, the intuition. At first, you're gonna reject it, but if you keep on praying from the heart, please show me the way. Show me, is this thing that I heard true? Give me proof, and they will give you proof. For instance, you hear something, a concept, a new idea. Give me proof. If this is right, they'll show it to you again in some other shape or form.
Hmm. And
It's
then
happened.
also,
Hmm.
I've noticed when looking for information, sometimes my body will tell me
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I'm looking at something and it's not right. I'll either start to feel nauseous
Mm,
or all of a sudden get really tired and I can't finish reading it.
yeah.
And then as soon as I stop reading it, I wake back up and I feel okay. I'm like, okay, that wasn't resonating with my body, with my
Okay.
soul.
So I don't
So,
have that. I don't have that.
no,
Some people will have this. I, for instance, ask for show me more signs. Show it to me another time and the third time to make sure that it is true. It comes from you. And sometimes I do feel the gut feeling. So it will
yeah.
depend on each person's reaction or whatever they. So, Lynn, in short, now we're gonna, what is happening on Earth now? Something, a major is happening on Earth. What is it?
Well, it
In simple,
appears to be a lot of chaos.
a lot of chaos. It
It
appears.
appears to be a
It
lot of
appears.
chaos.
Yeah. The
But
appearance
it's a
of it.
cleansing. It's a cleansing,
It's a cleansing. Cleansing of what?
cleaning out the old and making room for the new.
Exactly, of the old and making room of the new. It doesn't have to be scary. This does not have to be scary. Most of the old are things we have created. Our own worries, our own pain, our own anger, our own things. It was because we were unconscious of things. So it's gonna, the ride is gonna become harder and harder. It is just for the love of humanity, so that people awaken, because each and every one of you is that much loved. It's like,
Yes.
please wake up, please wake up, wake up, wake up. She wants to play, right? She wants to play. Now, about play, I want to say something. So, when we are in the matrix and we're working hard and we're doing, and our energy is depleted, it is
Yeah.
sucked by the matrix, the people in power. They take our energy from us. Okay, they take our energy from us, and we are left with little time to sit with ourselves, connect by just sitting in nature. We connect with source, with God, with our guides. And when we do this, when we let go of old beliefs, we start wanting to play.
Right.
We start wanting to play. Okay, so we're gonna If you want, she wants to play,
She
right?
sees a cat. She
She
sees
wants to
something
play.
outside the window.
Ah, okay, okay. So the urge to play arises within. Just what she's gonna do next. Now she's gonna go out and play.
Couldn't go outside.
No,
Chase the squirrel.
yeah, the yeah,
Let her
we
outside.
need to resume. Yeah, we need to. Yeah, go ahead.
Go outside. Okay.
Stop. Yeah, that's better for the audience.
I
So, what
can
are
show you
your?
that.
Let's. We're going to a closure now. So
Okay.
things are gonna become harder. You said. So what is your? So they're gonna become harder to awaken people, right?
It feels hard because it's uncomfortable, but once you start, it gets more comfortable and it gets easier
It get
and feels
easier.
more natural.
Yeah, it get easier. We're telling you, and you wanna do more. You would want to
Hmm.
start clearing more. Oh, I wanna clear more of that. It was really hurting me. It's like one walking with a pebble in their shoes all their life, and they didn't know. They remove it. It's like, oh my God, it feels
It's
so
so much
good.
more
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yeah. And any final words before we so on this awakening journey, you are happy you embarked on it, right?
Yes.
Thrilled.
I feel light, more free, light. The big wet blanket I've been carrying around my whole life is lifting off.
Yes, yes. And we are supported by a whole thousands of brothers and sisters up there. We were promised we will be helped and we are helped. We just need to ask for it. It's not these apocalyptic stuff are not scary stuff. They are only scary for those people who are not truly praying and connecting. Earth needs to be cleared up. We need to be cleared up so that we bring in the joy and the love and the light to our heart, to our brothers and sisters around us, and to our earth.
Yes.
And so that